You ever notice how every few years they hand you a new enemy to get angry at? I mean, immigrants, minorities, the woke left, the fascist right. You've been trained to get angry on command by now. And while you're busy fighting the enemy that they gave you, have you ever once stopped to ask yourself why? And who's getting rich off this fight? Because, see, the more we argue and stay divided, the easier it is for them to exploit us. And that's not a coincidence, people. That's the whole business model. You see, racism wasn't born in the streets. It wasn't born of the common man. It was devised in boardrooms and palaces. And ever since those first slave ships landed in the Americas, the men who owned them and the men in charge realized that they had a big fucking problem. How do you steal land and people and murder and mayhem and still call yourself civilized? You can't. So you're forced to make up a story about it. You have to create a lie big enough to hide behind. So they did. And they called that lie race. And see, it wasn't about biology. This was about profit, plain and simple, people. They stole everything that they could get their fucking hands on and convinced the world that it was their destiny. It was just meant to be. They turned the suffering of untold millions of people into profit for themselves. And I think Lyndon Johnson said it the plainest. If you can convince the poorest white man that he's better than the best black man, you can pick his pocket all day. You just give him someone to look down on and he'll basically hand over his wallet to you. And that's the whole game in a nutshell, people. That the problem is that lie works so well, they never stopped using it. Think of it like this. You're a member of an exclusive club where the cost of entry is your skin color. Now, you may not be rich, but there are rich people in the club, make no mistake about it, but you're still a member of the club. You, in your mind, think you're better than anyone else who's not in that club. You feel like you belong to something special, even if you yourself are broke as shit, dumb as shit, and barely hanging on. You see, and they went and gave poor whites membership cards to this club so they would stop asking for fair pay and any real power in the country. They were just happy to be a member of the club. And then they went and they kept everybody else who wasn't white outside that club, blacks, Hispanics, everybody. And every new wave of immigrants that showed up in this country, for whatever reasons, the Irish, the Italians, the Chinese, the Mexicans, they were forced to the bottom, just down there fighting each other for scraps, hoping to get a chance to climb up that ladder and get in the club, not realizing, oh, a lot of you weren't getting in that club. And every time, though, the working people, all working people, no matter what race, started to notice that there was a certain part of this club that was taking a hell of a lot more of the profits than anybody else. The top would simply roll out a new distraction, put a new label on something, label somebody a new enemy, a different face, but the same distraction techniques. Give them something else to aim for. And you know, people, the plantations are all gone now and chains are all gone. And men aren't standing around with whips anymore. Problem is, those old ideas still remain. It's the algorithm now keeping you angry and afraid and divided. But they keep throwing the same old stuff at us. Race and gender and religion and politics. Pick a side, just hate the other side. Spend your energy fighting whoever. But mostly spend your energy fighting the guys who are struggling and fighting the same fight as you are. Whatever you do, though, just don't fucking look up. And while we're all busy out here arguing over symbols and slogans and skin color, they're busy too, but busy in a different way. They're cutting benefits and raising prices and closing factories and shipping a fuck ton of jobs overseas. And make no mistake about it, people, they don't really need our vote. Not like we think. They already control both sides. They fund both sides. It's a win-win for them either way. They just need our anger pointed anywhere but at them. But here's the part that they pray we never all get figured out. This whole fucking country is being run on one big scam. They're keeping the bottom half fighting itself. And they know that will never come for the people on the top. See, as long as they keep us divided, we can't see what they're doing. And race, the invention of race, was never about color. It was about control and profit. You see, people, it's almost like the perfect crime. A crime where the victims blame each other for the blood on the floor. So what do we do? What can we do? Well, if you're out there working and you're paying your taxes and you're raising your kids the best you can and you're trying to just keep your head above water, no, you're on the same side as everyone else living that same fight. Black, white, brown, candy stripe, doesn't matter. We're all on the same fucking team. We're all getting robbed blind. You see, people, solidarity isn't a slogan anymore. It's survival. It's how we can really make it. Because people, the day we all fucking wake up and realize we're in this together and we stop fighting each other, that's the day the top finally has something to fucking fear. We get to stop being the fuel for the fucking machine. And that's the truth that they've spent centuries and countless fortunes trying to keep hidden from us. Now, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself, but I'm pretty fucking tired of being a pawn in their game. Let me ask you this. Have you realized yet that you're being played? And do you really see the con game for what it is now? Or are you still a piece getting moved around the board? Regardless, just drop it down in the comments and let's talk about it. This is one of those tough fucking conversations that we need to have. I mean, at some point we have to address this issue. We can avoid it for as long as we want to, but we'll always end up right back in the same situation. But hey, at any rate, I'm Unc. Take care of yourself and each other. Kindness, love, respect. We all can use a whole hell of a lot more of these right now. At any rate, I'll catch you guys in the next one.